Perfect. Perfect. What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dash DUB. We back with another one of these Mad Beat Lab producer Q and A's. For those who tuned in last time, we had DJ Payne One to come through. Blessings to him for coming in and sitting with us and going through his journey and dropping jewels, dropping knowledge on how he got into the industry, some of the things he was able to do, and really giving some of us young producers, me not personally being a young producer, but my young producers that are here in the building with me, some pathways forward and some things to do and some things to work on as they're trying to work on their craft and get into the industry. Today, we is blessed to have another producer here, legendary producer, Major 88 Keys in the building, straight from St. Louis, joining us via live stream. So we appreciate you coming on and being a part of this, bro.
Yeah. No doubt. For having. What's going on?
Seems like your audio is a little choppy. Can you say something else for us?
Yo.
Oh yeah, we good.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to get into a few things with the credits, man. So we talking Kevin Gates, we talking Moneybagg Yo, we talking YSL, we talking Empire Fox.
Yeah.
Is that what we doing now?
Yeah. Our record goes.
Okay.
Another plaque.
Right. Adding some plaques to the game and to your wall, of course. I know I got folks so eager to just go right into that. I want to get a little buyout because, man, if there's one thing I'm hearing from producers, it's like sync game. How do I get in? What do I got to do? Diagram that for me. But I'm gonna hold them off for a minute because I do want to go a little bit into your journey, how you got into it. Because I think for everybody it's a little different. We had DJ Payne One who gave himself a timetable for something to happen for him, or he was gonna move into something else. I know someone from Cali dropped a old beat program in front of me, and I didn't know what to. I couldn't put it down once I started. Like that wasn't the journey. That's not like, oh man, I see everybody else doing this. He dropped it. I played with it for a little bit, and then I just couldn't put it down. I just kept trying to get more and more programs and do more and more beats and get better. And before I knew it, I was in the industry, whether I wanted to be there or not.
Yep.
But for you, can you explain, how you got started in this game? What was that journey like? You entering to being a producer?
For me, different. When I got the term maker, got a lot of producers, country and I loop out. For that and like maker that they themselves who are efficient play keys, bars, things of that.
Okay.
And we'll give which are pretty like daily up legit been on like things and that so fit.
Hold up, bro. Just not to interrupt you, but just your audio is getting a little choppy again.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if there's a different spot you can maybe move to or slide to see if it works a little better. So you're doing a double take, like I don't know. I might be in the best spot.
Right.
Or we could try to move, or maybe go back and come back in. Sometimes that does it. But yeah, it was just breaking up a little bit.
Let me start this information up. Like this, but
Yeah, let's try this. See what we got.
We're in the office. Let's see how this. No, I got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do with it.
Let's try that.
All right. Yep.
So yeah, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but you was talking about having folks around you that play instruments and things of that sort.
Well, it was me that was playing the instrument. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I got music as a musician first.
Okay.
Said, yeah, I got playing the keys and the drum. Well, the keys main. So let me stick that. I got in by people needing me to play keys and then that's how I music is. That's how I even signed with my first deal. You know what I'm saying? With music as a producer. So
Okay.
under the
Okay. So you're a true musician getting into this game, and then expounding upon that with some of the equipment and the software, basically just to enhance what you're already able to do.
Yeah, because that I'm a musician first. Like I said, so I knew how to play instrument, or, hardware, but at that time, new to work software. So at that still they had going. FL Fruity Loops was that what it called at that. MPC around.
Okay.
Obviously. But it was still new around that. It was still new for the software part of production. That was new for me, but that was how I got in. A lot of those producers didn't know how to play, just like now. Producers just got the black gold record, Billboard. They don't play.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah, the audio's still cutting out a little bit, but it's a little bit better. So I'm hoping it'll kind of fix itself as we move forward.
Or I can go out and come back in.
You want to try that? Yep.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out and come back.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna see if we can get the audio issues fixed. But that's interesting to hear how he got started, because for me, man, I didn't touch an instrument until I think I was in probably my mid-20s, to be honest. There wasn't a whole lot of musical folks around me, but like I said, like I just caught the bug. It wasn't anything planned. Like I said, I had a roommate from Cali who came up and had an old program. I think it was called EJ or something like that. It was like a loop-based program that he was messing with, and then he put it in front of me. And I didn't know anything about trying to create music. I was a music critic. That was the closest I was to music. All I could do was critique and tell you what I liked and what I didn't like and the reason why. But when he put this in front of me and I just started messing with it, I couldn't put it down. And so me starting in EJ, I think I moved over to a program called Mixman. I don't know if anybody's used that. That hasn't been around for a while. And it was like a DJ beat producing program that I was using. What's going on, bro? Let's see what we got.
What's going on?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds smooth. Yeah, we moving. Okay.
I switched devices. I got so many phones. So I just switched phones.
Oh, so that's the business. You got 3 phones now?
Yeah, bro. 3 iPhones. I know how people be always having different Android and an iPhone. I got 3 iPhones. So.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds smooth. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I even changed it on the wide angle this time.
Right. Yeah. Making sure I'm looking good for y'all. I get it. So yeah, we talked a little bit about the start. The other thing that we always get into conversations about in this group, it kind of has to do with like, it really kind of has to do with like work ethic. It's for folks that may not be in the industry or around folks in the industry, really knowing what it takes to actually, one, get in, but two, after you get in, be able to maintain yourself and to stay current. And so could you speak to that process of one, what it takes to get in, and then two, what it's taken you to be able to navigate since you've been in and really be able to maintain that level? I always joke that, maybe Kanye was right. What was he doing? 3 beats a day for the summer? And I'm like, well, maybe it takes that and more. But yeah, could you speak to that for us?
All right. Well, speaking to that point, first getting in. The getting in part definitely is centered around networking.
Mm.
And even when I talk about networking, I talk about networking in the sense of not just online, because a lot of times people focus too much online
Right.
that they don't get out and let people see them face to face, touch hands, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's only so much you can get accomplished online. And I get it, like that's where everybody feels like they have equal opportunity because I can see him, he's online or whatever. Let me reach out to him, let me hit his DM. And it's like, yeah, but at the same time, it's still an impersonal type of approach because they don't know you like that. So that means they only gonna rock with you only so much. You know what I mean? In my earlier part of my career, even though I wasn't super established as a producer, meaning having my own independent credits or anything like that. But one of the things that I did for myself was I wasn't sending beats. I just had an artist ask me the other day, like, you gonna send me a beat pack? I'm like, nah, but you can pull up to the studio, you know what I'm saying? Or we can set up one of these type of things and we can do a listening session. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, sending beat packs are so impersonal.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get a vibe for you. You're really not getting a vibe for me because, no offense to other producers, I don't make one style of beats.
Right.
So I can't just send you a beat pack and just expect for you to pick something because I have 10 different flavors I could send you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I don't really know you as an artist like that, I'm not really doing me a disservice or you by just sending you a blind code, a blind beat pack without really knowing what the chemistry is or what you own. Like you might like shit. I'm working. Me and my guy Twisted Jeans, he hit me with like, yo, we need to work on some shit for Moneybag. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he going in this direction. He was talking about. He was like, yeah, he want to go into the direction more for the ladies. So.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know, okay, the direction of the project or the music that he wants to work on. So obviously that other stuff that he was doing, he don't want to do that.
Right.
So even though I know the artist and may have worked with him, this is a different moment in their career. They want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? So even when you're working with the same person, you still wouldn't want to again the same old beats to them.
Right.
Because obviously they might want to go in a different direction. Again, so sometimes when people hear me say, "Oh, I don't send beats," or I don't, or things of that nature, they kind of take it at face value and kind of look at it as, he think he too Hollywood or arrogant or whoop. And it's like, nah. When I give the example that I just give, it makes perfect sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, if all you do is make one or two styles of beats, then yeah, send a beat pack. You know what I'm saying? Because you, no offense. You don't have no variety in a way, so those producers can get away with it. And it's not a not a knock to them because they can still have some of them hard beats. They can still be the hardest beats, platinum producers, but he just make only one or two styles of beats.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I don't.
Right.
So
and I think that's important for folks here to listen to because we have a few types, including myself, that don't fit into that type beat formula and haven't really been able to carve out something online because we do things that are kind of diverse that don't fall into that mainstream lane. I can't, when I sit down, I can't pop out such and such type beats, me personally. I kind of let the music take me where it goes, and then I have something. So I love that formula of how you're trying to say, which I guess in today's time almost sounds old school, to say, let's get in the same room, let's vibe, let's figure it out, and let me get you specifically what you're looking for to accomplish what you're trying to get done.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of an old school method, but at the end of the day, it's the successful longevity career method. Like
Facts.
that's the way of looking at it too, because people always think about, since I'm from St. Louis. Well, first people talk about Drake and 40.
Yep.
People always like to compare that,
Yeah.
or Future and Esco.
Mm-hmm.
Or better yet, what's going on now? Shout out to my boy Metro Boomin from St. Louis as well.
Right.
Metro Boomin and Future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no offense, you don't have those type of relationships sending beat packs, or being online, or being a you don't have those type of relationships by doing all of those types of things. Can you still get there? You can, because just to give the example, that's how Ant Chamberlain, producers like him, he kind of got on. He was a YouTube producer making type beats, making Rod Wave and 2 C's type beats, and guess what he's doing now? Producing for Rod Wave and 2 C's. You know what I'm saying? So it can work. There is a method to the madness, but as a producer that's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna hop in the game right now and I'm gonna take off going that way," it's kind of hard to say that because the method then already got burnt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think of other innovative ways of doing it now. I mean, you can still do it.
Right.
Like I'm a established producer, and I'm still even trying to do the TikTok stuff, or trying to do type beats on YouTube, because I do have such a diverse style.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a lot of beats that do fit whatever the type beat thing is.
Mm-hmm.
So I do got beats and a certain part of the catalog that I'll dedicate to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll listen to old beats, current beats, whatever. Oh yeah, this sound like a such and such type beat. Let me make the cover art for it. Put it up on YouTube. Put it up on my Instagram. Do all of these types of things. You know what I'm saying? To be in line with today's producers. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't have to, I'm doing it because we live in a content society. So for those that may not know who Major 88 Keys is, they can get to know who the new Major 88 Keys is through the content, through the interviews, through the blogs, through the new placements, all of that.
Right. And so what I'm picking up is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a or, it could be an and.
Yeah.
To say, yeah, this is a play. Everybody's running this play. I'm not telling you not to run the play because it can be successful, but at the same time, like, diversify your offense. And we talking basketball. Like, run that play, but you could also run this and also see success. So don't limit yourself.
I'm always the king of never limit yourself.
Right. Oh, that's what's up. That's perfect. That's Jules right there. So you also kind of took us already into the networking and relationships. Part of why we started this group was, at least locally, I was seeing a lot of folks just kind of working in isolation, and some producers are introverted. They're going out and doing all the other stuff. Right. I didn't want to go there. I wanted to play at 50-50, but you're right. No, a lot of them are. So we created this space for folks to try to come together, get out of their space, work with other folks, learn from other folks, and really start to try to build those networking skills. Besides the example that you've already shared with us, is there anything else or any other tips give producers as far as trying to create and build that network?
Now that I've been in the industry for 10 plus years now, I guess. No, 10 years. Yeah, 10 years now. Wow.
Time flies.
What I would say on to that, it would be I had it too.
No, you good?
It was. What was the end part of that question?
Just what advice would you give up and coming producers in trying to start to build that network?
Yeah.
And if you even had
Being
a different
valuable
example of how
in
that
the room.
network paid off for you.
That's what I was gonna say. Being valuable in the room.
Okay.
Everybody make beats. No offense.
None taken.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody make beats.
Right.
So do more, be more than just the person who make beats. I know this is a running conversation of beat maker versus what's a producer, and like the terms are very clear without diving that deep into it. If all you do and did on any situation or predominantly on all situations is just make the beat, you are a beat maker. That's just point blank period.
Right.
If you have nothing to do with the structure of the song, record, building of the artist, telling the artist what to do, not to do, giving them bars and melodies, none of that stuff, you are not a producer. So let's get that out the way right now. It is a way of black and white. I don't know why people act like it's not.
Right.
That's the black and white line. So, with that being said, you got to be more than just a beat maker.
Right.
You have to exert those producer qualities of all of what I named, but also being more valuable in the room means do other things, do other jobs in the room.
Right.
Okay, beat maker is one. All my producers, they have to learn how to engineer. They ain't got to be the best. They ain't even got to learn how to mix yet. But you have to know how to track and record. All producers. So that's a prerequisite if I want to use that term. Like in order to go to this, you have to do it.
Right.
Why? People like why? And again, this is the why. If I am a good beat maker, that means I'm gonna have a vibe with an artist. At some point of us vibing, why we don't hit record? He's not gonna record, or she's not gonna record, which some artists do record themselves.
Right.
But that's the job of the beat maker to elevate his or her game to now become a producer.
Right.
You need to learn how to record and track.
Right.
So the artist can be creative and be the artist. Make yourself more valuable in the room.
Right.
Okay, if you're not trying to engineer, that's maybe not, that's not that side of your brain that goes off, then you need to learn how to be a songwriter. Because those are very important in the room.
Right.
For rap or R&B. Country, it don't matter. Songwriters has always been profitable in the music industry.
Right.
We wouldn't have people like Beyonce and Michael Jackson if there weren't songwriters.
Right.
Point blank period. So, with those two being examples, be more valuable in the room.
Right. It makes you
that's the
less
biggest way
expendable.
for networking. Because
Right.
everybody does what you do. No offense, there is nothing that you do that another person don't do. That probably don't do it just as good, if not better.
Right.
They just don't have the opportunity you have right now. So you have to seize the opportunity. Because there's definitely people out there that make way better beats than Major AJ and Keys. But they still probably sitting at home in their mama's basement. You don't know. Respect. I'm just being 100.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's not to keep bringing basketball into it, but it's the street baller that nobody can mess with when they step on the court, but he's still just on the block. He can do anything and everything, but he's still just on the block. So that's interesting. I'm glad they were to hear that, because that goes back to just basic business with your customers. It's always about adding more value. And it's always about having a competitive advantage. What are you offering that somebody else isn't offering?
And that's as a brand. I'm glad my brand is bigger than just what I say and goes. It's really a whole company.
Right.
behind the Major 88 Keys brand to help me build and elevate and get in other spaces and circles that I may not have been able to get my own self into personally.
Mhm.
So I say all that to say, like, as a brand, I do production.
Right.
I am a musician.
Right.
I am an engineer.
Right.
I am a songwriter.
Mm.
I actually have songwriting credits and a plaque on the way for that too.
Mm.
I am a DJ.
Right.
I'm on two syndicated radio stations where the spins count and all of that. I'm on iHeartRadio with at 99.9 FM. I'm on Power 103.5
Right.
out of Oklahoma. I also have my marketing agency, Full Circle Marketing, where our main focus is music marketing and business marketing. You know, and SEO and stuff like that. And then lastly, I do have a music academy, ITSC Music Academy, where we teach instrument training as well as DAW training, digital audio workstations.
Right.
You know, things of that nature. And then I've always been a promoter in my personal life and things of that nature. So I'm also doing now, I'm co-curator of the Wisconsin Dells Music Summit.
Right.
We have our second summit going on May 10th and 11th, you know, in Wisconsin Dells. So I say all that to say, again, I name like 5, 6, 7 things that I don't just do, but as a brand, as Major 88 Keys brand, they're all under my brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To make the brand more valuable, to be more of a one-stop shop type of thing. You know what I'm saying? To be your Walmart in the music industry, or to be your, you know what I'm saying, Sam's Club in this music industry.
Right.
So yeah.
So if you got all these hustles, your hustles have side hustles on them. Then
That's why I got 3 phones, man.
If you got all these hustles, then someone trying to get in the game, man, they can't stay in their bedroom. You won't make it. If someone at your level is doing everything that you're doing, then the bar is way up here for you just to get in, and then to get in to still be of value if or when you get in.
Like you said, with basketball, there's obviously, clearly, several way more talented basketball players out the NBA than in.
Facts.
But they gotta get in.
Facts.
So I could be whack to you as a basketball player, but guess what? You ain't get in. You're not in the NBA.
Right.
You're not in. This elite club that of what we do, you do. I'm in the highest club there is, and you're not in it.
Right.
Regardless of if you're better than me, you're still not in the NBA. You're not in the club.
Right.
You and all of that other stuff. G League, overseas, Euro. You in all of that other stuff.
Right.
But you're not in the NBA.
Right.
So that's the analogy of it.
Right.
You're not in the music industry.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in the music business. Everybody's not in the music industry. That may go over some of y'all heads. So I'm gonna say it one more time. Everybody should be in the music business. You should. The moment you're putting it out to the masses,
Yep.
you're in the music business at that point, regardless if you want to be in it or not. You put it out to the masses, you are now in the music business. But being in the music industry is just like the NBA. It's a small elite club of people, of gatekeepers, everything else, and everybody's not welcome. Everybody can put out music. Producers can put out beat tapes, instrumental albums,
right,
all that kind of stuff. But the moment you start indulging in the music industry, things change. The business changed. The conversations changed. Contracts changed. You know, the networking changes.
Right.
Your net worth changes.
Right.
You know, like it's a different ball game that you have to that you're involved in now. So you know, it's definitely a difference.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's crazy. I almost feel like I need to put out a diagram for that one. But it's wild. But it's 100% true, and I don't think I've heard anybody really put it and make that distinction like that. But that's a huge. But you're right. It's an absolutely huge difference. It's night and day, and the expectations is night and day.
That's the difference between those that Spotify said don't got 1,000 streams on their songs versus those that's getting multi-million, thousands of streams.
Right.
Everybody don't have that issue.
Nope. They working for some, not others.
And I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'll be one of the advocates to go on record saying some of that gatekeeping need to come back in the music industry because there's way too many artists putting out music. It's just way too many artists.
Mm-hmm.
It's just way in which it's diluting the pool. It's pissing the artist pool, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because any and everybody just, I want to make a song. They got all these apps on the phone for just people to record. Now, granted, I love technology. I'm a technology nerd. So, music and education and technology, that's me all day. Gearhead, all of that. We can talk plugins, all of that. I'm a nerd when it comes to that stuff. I love it. But I hate unproductive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that's unproductive is a clutter. You're in the way. Right. And that's what I feel like is going on. There's a lot of artists that are just in the way.
Right. Yeah, I think that particular conversation is going to be coming up more and more, especially as as these distributors and streaming platforms are changing kind of what they're going to accept, how they're going to accept, and raise the threshold of what's going to
qualify. And I'm gonna say another controversial statement on topic. That's why I applaud my producers. When y'all talking about asking me questions a lot of times, like, man, how do you make money online or things of that nature? Them beat tapes, them instrumental albums.
We was reading the question. We was just about to go there.
I have people because I said this out my mouth several times, and I've told the artists this to their face. I don't need you. You need me.
Right.
I'm a very humble person, but I'm just taking this moment to not be humble and just give y'all. I just got off a flight, a trip. So I'm giving y'all just the raw right now. So like,
we got you at the right time.
Yeah, like so. My PR ain't here to give me no. I'm just
tell you to dial it back.
Like, artists, as a producer, we do not need you whatsoever. You can take that meme, you can take it however you want to. It's a fact. Don't always give examples when I say stuff. This is why I say that. Every time you turn on your television, what is on there? Music. Every time you turn on your radio, what is on there? Music. Every time you hear a commercial, what is on there? Music. Every time your kid goes buy a toy, what is on there? Music. I don't need you. There's several examples in the world of why producers can really make money out here and not have to deal with the artist whatsoever. Now, on the flip side to that, artists will not be out here selling acapella albums and getting to the bag and being known and taking care of their family. They won't. Now, y'all can go and prove me otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
But as for my producers, I've given and shown y'all several examples of how producers can and will be successful without you.
Right.
I can't show you. Y'all can't show me a handful of examples how an artist gonna be successful without the producer. They're gonna have to go into something other than being an artist. They're gonna have to do like voiceovers. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to use their voice in another way.
Right.
A producer don't need to partner up with an artist to make their bag.
Right.
But the artists do. That's why the respect artists got to respect the producers a whole lot more because besides them automatically getting 50% of the publishing, that's another thing that artists be really. It's 2024 and we still not knowing like a song is made up of two components: the lyrics and the beat.
Yep.
That's 50-50. That's easy math. I don't know what school y'all went to. That's easy math. Why, as an artist, y'all don't think that producer is entitled to his 50% and he made the beat or she made the beat?
Right.
That's simple math. There's still artists, propositions, producers like, yeah, man, we should do this and we move, and then on the back end, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you 50%. You're not gonna give me nothing. It's already mine. I already entitled to it.
Right.
I already own that, regardless if you want to give it to me or not.
Right.
So producers, stop falling for the okie doke on that time too.
Right.
It's like laws. It's like the government law. Know your laws.
Right.
Know your rights.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, people will smooth talk you in a minute.
Right.
Talk you right out your publishing.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's how you eat. Producers, we eat on back end. We don't eat on the master. Now, for those like myself, I'm a proposition to get my 3 points on the master. At least. You know, it's anywhere from 5 is the high.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 to 5 is what it is. 3 is the average that a person can get. As long as you get 1, that's, I mean, you know, if I get 1% of a Chris Brown record or a Drake record, I'll be straight too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So percentages and sometimes y'all, especially as black people, I don't know if we weren't good at math that much or whatever, but they look at small percentages of numbers and think that's not a big number.
Right.
And not understanding sometimes, like right now, if you own 1% of Apple, you would be one rich fellow.
Right. Absolutely.
So it ain't about the dollar amount or versus the percentage. It's the value of that percentage.
Right.
So
And I think many times producers are looking at it backwards. They're trying to grab everything they can get up front and not seeing the value of.
now do charge. Now I ain't saying don't charge. Please charge up front. I think all producers should charge some fee up front.
But they disregard the back end. They take the upfront and then
Now, y'all
drop off on
business
what it
part.
could
Y'all gotta
eventually
do y'all
make.
paperwork, producers. Y'all gotta sign up for the PROs.
Yep.
Y'all gotta get the sound exchange.
Yep.
Y'all need to get the your song trust or whoever y'all digital distribution is.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all is like producers. Y'all gotta take care of y'all back end, because if not, that artist is gonna claim or register 100%. Even though they shouldn't do that stuff either.
Right.
But y'all need to. And y'all need to make sure y'all on both sides. Y'all need to make sure y'all on the mechanical publishing royalty side and that distribution side.
Right.
So many producers are getting left off on that digital distribution side. And no offense, that's where the bulk of the money going.
Right.
So I don't really be having too much of that problem because I code my beats. What do I mean by code my beats? I buy my own ISRC codes
For every
for
single
$100
Yep.
straight from the government,
Yep.
just like the labels are doing.
Right.
And I code my own beats.
Mm.
So then when I upload them to whatever platform I'm uploading them to,
Right.
I can insert the ISRC code in the metadata. I got a free ebook that talks about that. Shameless plug. So if y'all want that, y'all gotta tap in with me. I got ebooks on all of that type of stuff.
I haven't heard producers use that process right away of getting the IRSC, and so that's interesting, but it makes sense.
Cause in this music industry, they don't do things right.
Facts.
Point blank
Facts.
period.
I learned that. There's a lot of things I had to unlearn when I first started.
I learned I gotta protect my own ass.
Right. Yep.
Nobody else is gonna do that for me.
Right.
Nobody. Even if I'm hired somebody to do that, they're at the end of the day, they're not gonna do it.
Right.
So I made sure I can sleep good at night by putting things in place that's gonna protect
you. Right.
And those things as an ISRC code, spending that $100 and getting thousands of ISRC codes.
Yep. Get them in bulk.
like I said, everybody running around here with iPhones and Jordans and designer clothes and bags. You can afford it.
Absolutely.
That's why I don't be having that conversation of what people can afford and can't. You can. You
Right.
just got to sacrifice some of that lifestyle. You can afford it.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, all these producers got hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of beats.
Right.
They're on YouTube. They're on BeatStars. They're on all these other platforms. Unprotected.
Right.
And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but at the end of the day, as a producer, that's going to help protect you, and that's going to help keep you in the game. What do I mean by that? Let's say somebody took that YouTube beat that you put up on YouTube. That mug, they didn't reach out to you, they didn't do nothing, and now this mug is the next. This is the glow. You know what I'm saying? It's the new. You like, nigga, that's me. That's me.
Right.
But you got to go through all as a nobody producer. You finna go through hell and high water.
Right.
To now get your just due or have to prove your case.
Yep.
But guess what? That metadata ain't never gonna change. And if once they see that ISRC code that's embedded in the metadata of that song registers back to you as the producer, cash out.
Right. Ain't
And
nothing
a
else to
lawyer
talk
is
about.
definitely gonna take that case probably pro bono because they know it's a win.
Right.
Even though you can't afford the lawyer.
Right.
Because most producers can't. That's just being a being.
Right.
That's why
Right.
they don't fight for their rights because they can't afford to.
Right.
So
And so is
that's
that a
another
process
side.
that you're
If
taking?
y'all can't find y'all a good entertainment lawyer because y'all gonna need them.
Right. So the IRC, are you taking that in conjunction with the copyright? Or are you not even doing the copyright? The IRSC is sufficient.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. Me personally, I don't.
Yep.
As long as I do got the I mean, you can.
Right.
Again, it's like an onion. It's another layer of protection.
Right. Yep.
Like, so I'm not gonna tell somebody not to protect they. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to. It's like an outfit. You know it's cold outside, and all you do is just walk out there with a shirt on. No, put your shirt on. Put a jacket. You know what I'm saying? You might want to put a hoodie on too.
Facts.
I'm not gonna tell you how many layers to put on of clothes.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you it's cold outside.
You need to bundle up
to
in some
layer
way,
up.
shape, or form.
Yeah, so
That makes
it's
perfect
that type of analogy. So
Right.
if you want to do the copyright and on top of that, like you layering your shit, you protecting your music like Fort Knox,
Right.
protecting your music like you know the Pentagon or something like, and that's your integrity as a producer. All for it. For me personally, all I feel like I need is to make sure I embed that ISRC code. So no matter what, I'm attached to that because I am the ISRC copyright holder, which is a copyright, which is a royalty claim. That's what I want to say. Because every song has at least 10 to 16 registries that it can collect on. And the ISRC copyright holder is one of those, which that's why your DSPs normally give it to you for free when you distribute through DistroKid, because why? DistroKid owns the ISRC code, and you're just using it. So
Right.
that's how they're able to make money as a company. I ain't being cheap, but instead of them making that money, I'm gonna make that money by just buying my own ISRC code.
Right.
Now I'm making that money now.
Right.
So that's the and again, the ISRC code is just like our social security number.
Yep.
No matter how old we get, that our social security number still stays the same.
Yep.
We didn't move state to state, change homes, cars. The social security number still stays the same. That's attached to the name, right?
Right.
That's the same thing for our producers. That's the same thing with your beats. That ISRC code ain't gonna change. It's gonna stay attached to that beat name that you attached it to. And also the things that go along with that beat. So you know the hertz, the sample rate,
Yep.
the time of the beat, the all of these other things that go into that.
All the
That
data.
they can detect in a system to see if this is the same waveform.
Right.
So yeah.
We definitely gonna be. I know when this is done, we definitely gonna be talking about that RSC. That's crucial. Can we quick transition to your placement and the sync licensing with Empire and Fox? So I've constantly, whenever we get new producers in, and even some of us older producers, always talking about that route to one, be in a position to be able to submit things for sync licensing, and then what that process and expectation is. And I think for many producers, they aren't quite clear. Some have tried to go through these intermediary platforms and say, well, I'm going to submit here because they're doing listings. Some folks is like, yo, I'm getting me a manager that can go and shop it for me. What has been your experience with sync licensing, and in particular that placement, and what advice could you give producers, and what should they expect as far as making sure they have something prepped and ready for someone that may have an opportunity for them?
I forgot the guy's name on Instagram. He's a dope person to look. Yeah, Clint Music.
Clint Music. Okay.
Yeah, Clint Music, man. Shameless plug.
Yeah.
He a dope person to connect with when it comes to that sync stuff, because that's what he mainly does.
Right.
And he teaches on that. Has a roadmap, all that kind of stuff. So definitely, out of everybody online, I would definitely say like him. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, I'm sorry. But besides that, to speak to that placement, collaboration. Collaboration is key. Especially as a producer, because when it comes down to sync placements, sometimes it ain't just about they want beats. Sometimes they want beats with hooks, full songs. A lot of times they do want full songs. A lot of times. Which why I spoke to the collaboration part first, because that's also how you're going to get into the sync world as well. You're going to be a producer that links up with probably a songwriter or songwriters or camp that does that type of thing, that submits songs for sync. So that's the avenue, and that's how I got that placement. Me and a gentleman named D Money out of North Carolina. Shout out to my boy. That's also who me and him got the gold record the other week with Vito. Me and him both produced that record together. So collaborating with him, we then him, because I didn't have the relationship he did. He knew a licensing company who have producers, artists, songwriters who make records. They're called RLC. I don't mind giving names.
Right.
And they submit the songs to Empire. They the ones who had the relationship with Lee Daniels.
Right.
All of that. So, like I said, collaboration led to all of that.
Right.
Relationships led to all of that.
Right.
Me collaborating with D Money. D Money having a relationship with the licensing company RLC, and then RLC having a relationship with Lee Daniels and Empire.
Right.
That was the train.
Right.
Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No Diddy.
Right. Right. No. Which I think somebody trademarked already. I think I did something with it.
They did. They smart.
Yeah. That's interesting, because in our conversations, for the people that have brought it up, they've always, I think the process they're trying to do it was a process that was on their own, one, but two, to just submit an instrumental. And now
And
and
those do sometimes still work because you got to remember, like in certain films and movies, they're more heavy and instrumental than they are songs. Like Transformer, for instance.
yeah,
Transformer is more so heavier in sound effects, sound design, and instrumentals.
right, yeah,
While a show like Empire is super driven by full songs.
mm.
So you got to understand where you're trying
you
to
submit,
place it and sync your music at.
right, and what they're looking
And
for,
reality TV show is different.
right,
They take a lot. They take both.
right,
They take
right.
beats, but them beats has to be formatted a certain way. And no offense to the reality show structure, but if you start listening to beats from different reality shows, you can hear the structure.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like the sound effects, how they do the drops, the rises.
Right,
You're hearing it. You're
Right.
hearing the structure.
right,
So that lets you know, like, this is how I need to make these types of beats. If I'm like for the just the beats part.
right, right, yeah,
But the full songs, like I said, everybody taking full songs.
right,
Because even at a full song level, they can strip that down. They
correct,
can be like, I only like this one part of it.
right,
Actually, I don't like none of it. I like the beat though. Let's take the beat.
right,
You know? So they can't add. They can't just get the beat and like, oh, I think we might be able to put a good song to this. No, once they get to their level, they're not doing shit but trying to place it wherever it needs to go. In the scenes or in the movie, they ain't trying to do shit extra with this bitch.
right.
My bad.
No, you good, you good. Yeah, that's very interesting because most of those conversations are saying I'm taking something that I already pre-made before and now I'm trying to submit it. When a lot of that is one, learn, as you were saying, know where you're submitting, what the expectation and what they're looking for, so you can put yourself in a better position for placement. But two, have the versatility through collaboration to not only say, well, I only got the instrumental, because if you're able to submit a full song, like you said, they may strip it down, but you have more options for you to be able to make it now than just saying, I just got this pre-made instrumental, I'm going to submit this, see where it go.
Yep.
Somebody just asked RLC, what does that stand for, if you wouldn't mind?
So
I know you referenced them.
They that was the licensing company that helped us with the Empire placement. They're the ones that had the relationship with Lee Daniels and things of that nature.
Okay. Appreciate that. I want to open it up for a few questions, but I got one more I want to send your way. If you still got time.
Oh yeah. I got time, bro. I got time for you, man.
AI. Man, it's almost into everything. It's interweaving into everything, and I know with some of the things you named from a marketing standpoint and things of that sort, I know how that can sometimes help and assist with what you got going on. From a music producer standpoint, has it changed how you changed your workflow, enhanced your workflow? You've seen it and been like, nah, that ain't really changed nothing, but I kind of see what's going on. Especially you being a tech guy, tech nerd. I consider myself the same thing. I'm always trying to weave in other things if I feel like it can make what I'm doing more efficient. Has it impacted how you've gone about producing and doing music?
In that regard, no.
Okay.
Has it changed? Just to back it up a little bit, we've already been playing around with AI. AI has already been here for quite a while.
Right.
Especially with some of those self mastering ones like Lander and eMaster.
You can submit them through the DAWs and stuff now. Yeah.
Those are a little old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Old in terms of like 5 years plus, which that's still young.
Right.
So they're not 10 years old, I don't think. But they could be. I don't know. I don't remember. But I know they've been out to me, and I've been using them for a while.
Right.
So we've been utilizing AI for a while. That like you gotta just really learn how to work, let it work with you and for you again, like a collaboration. Versus looking at it as like your enemy or somebody that can take your job.
Right.
This is a human provoked industry that we're in. No robot will ever be able to take that over.
Right.
Point blank, period. And if you think they will take it over, then I don't know. Maybe you need to better brush up on your skills. Then I guess shit. I don't know. I mean, because no AI gonna be able to play better than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, not the AI, because again, like AI may be able to do the unbelievable possibilities, but you have to be an excellent prompt writer, which that is a thing now. So for people that's getting into the AI business, there's people that's becoming experts at writing prompts, because the AI is only as smart as the prompt that is given.
Right. Yep. You gotta have the right input.
So if you don't input the right type of prompt, you're not gonna get a melody that's better than Major 88 Keys melody.
Right.
So
I love the change of the background. Mic drop.
I got the effects on. So you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at.
I told you, man. I'm an iPhone head, man. Come on.
Right. This is my collaboration. You showing us the collaboration in real time. That's what's up, man. I appreciate.
But also I work with a lot of different AI companies. You know, Lemonade AI. Shout out to them. I work with them. They have some good products. I collaborate. Playtronica.
They got that one.
I don't even have I don't have it with me, but I'll send it to you. It's a dope thing that I love, and I'm trying to get them to give me more of them because I want to utilize them with producers and kids, because it'll work real good with kids, but all producers. It's I'll send it to you. It's real dope. You'll basically can it's a motherboard,
right?
And you plug it up, boom, USB. But it has 16 connectors to where you can connect these onto the motherboard, and then connect it to another object, like this bottle.
Okay.
For instance, boom. Now it goes there. Now I can hit the bottle.
Yeah.
And now it turns into whatever I have it set as, like a hi-hat.
Yeah.
Or the drums. That's what I'm gonna send it to you. It's super dope. And the kids will love it. The kids will love it. So it's a fusion of technology, science, and music.
Right. That's crazy.
Really dope. So again, I embrace it.
Right.
I help. I let it become a part of, you know, hey, what up, little homie? Like, make it a part of the family versus looking at it like a op.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
I never heard that comparison either, but that could be a T-shirt though.
AI is not the op.
Right.
In a way that also it has worked for me. I'm giving y'all the sauce a little bit. When producing, how because I remember one of the questions that you asked me about for like how the producers can make money online.
Right.
You can utilize AI to make kits, to make loop kits,
right,
melody kits. Because like I told you, some of y'all favorite producers don't play nothing.
Right.
Some of y'all favorite producers don't play shit. They don't play the drum. They don't play the keys. They don't play the guitar. They can't sing. None of that. Some of y'all favorite producers. I just want to let y'all know that.
It's a healthy way of looking at AI, and basically you're getting that find the ways in which it can assist or enhance. It's almost like your networking and collab, except it ain't a real person. Not saying that you don't need to still go out and do those things as you talked about earlier. So
Yep.
yeah, that's the best way to look at it. Don't fear it, embrace it. Okay. Let's get into a few questions. I know Steve asked me a question. I want to make sure I had everything. Oh, so he has one here that says, when you produce a track, do you try to produce a hit every time, or do you try to just make a record?
I try to make a record. I try to make a record because that first part of the question you can't accomplish.
Mm.
And since I do marketing, I have a saying, and it ain't even my saying. I don't know who said it, but this is a true saying. A hit isn't made; it's marketed.
Facts. Yeah.
Because as long as that hit stay on your computer, who said it was a hit? Who classified it? Who validated it? Where's the numbers that support you?
Right.
That's the only way a hit is being determined as a hit. So a good song or a great song, that's unmeasurable. That's opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
But when we call something a hit, regardless if it was a trash song to you, it's still a hit.
Right.
People can feel like the Nene song was a trash song, but it was still a hit.
Still a hit. Yeah.
So
that's another clear
a hit is
distinction.
marketed, not created. But I definitely always try to make a record. I always try to make a record. And even when working with an artist, I was talking with an artist the other night in the studio. I was like, hey, you rapping, that's good. You got some good bars. You're going to have some dope-ass verses. But you need to learn how to make some hooks.
Mm.
Because if you any artist that can't make a hook, they can't make songs.
Right.
There's no song that you know the verse first.
Right.
So you gotta learn the song structure, and that's part of being a producer, not a beat maker. A beat maker is always gonna say stuff like, "Man, this some hard ass beat I made."
I've heard that a lot.
Don't nobody care about how hard that beat is. The simplest beat can be a most Billboard placement is because the song that was on top of it.
Facts.
It ain't about it ain't just about the beat. The beat definitely a part of it. Like I said, it's 50-50. But that ain't just the end all be all.
You think producers be trying to do too much sometimes though? Thinking that it is the beat and trying to show off all these different things that they can do within it and kind of
but that just also shows that you're a young producer. Normally, older producers, they don't do that. Even if they're not that good or as seasoned,
right?
Older producers don't do that. Normally, that's a young producer thing. That's trying to do too much in beats, trying to show off.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's normally a young producer thing. But
we've had that conversation a few times.
Huh?
We've had that exact conversation a few times about doing too much in simplicity and riding that fine line. Because here we have like I said, we have a core younger group and we have an older group, so we span all these ages in different perspectives of what needs to be in that beat or what constitutes making the beat hot or making it a hit.
Yeah. But you got to still take both because you got to still learn because sometimes older producers don't do sometimes enough.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And still want to try to work with up-to-date artists.
Right. Yeah. Facts.
Like you an old producer or an older producer and you want to work with Moneybagg Yo with these baby ass, simple ass. No, not even Moneybagg. Because Moneybagg, Memphis music hi-hats don't do a lot. So let me switch it. You want to work with Future.
Yeah.
But you an old school producer.
Mm-hmm.
Future got fast hi-hats, a lot of triplets, a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As an old school, older producer, you probably never even made hi-hats like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still just
right.
Which is fine.
Is it? Right.
Which is fine, because there's still, like, if you listen to a lot of music, that pattern is in a lot of that music. Some of that hi-hats aren't difficult.
Right.
They still following the simplicity.
Right.
Shoot, the money long, nobody love me. again, though, just to put that in perspective, that's Brian Michael Cox.
Right.
Listen to the production. That sounds like maybe a more seasoned, older producer made it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that, especially who I just told you who made it.
Right.
Versus, I forgot her other hit, but a younger producer made it. And you can tell.
Right.
More active, it has more movement to it. Just off of the sound, like I can hear it. I can almost age appropriate the producer by hearing the beat.
That's crazy, but it makes sense. It's what you were taught, what you were accustomed to, what your ear is accustomed to, as you feeling like, this is the sound. This is what I consider hot. And yeah, we see it in here with the different beats. So yeah, that makes 110% sense. Another question. Do you create music based off yourself and what you like, or do you base it off the market?
I do both. It's just what I put out is the discretionary point.
Okay.
Because as a producer, I definitely feel like we should always make music for ourselves because it's therapy. For myself especially, it's therapy. It keeps me from slapping a nigga every day.
Right.
Or going off on somebody. Or, you know what I'm saying? For some people, that may be helping them from killing themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, as a creator, you should always make music for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So especially why, so you don't get burnt out doing the other thing, making music for the industry or for the other people.
That balance.
So that's the balance for me, and that's the balance I would encourage for anybody. You know, make music for yourself that you enjoy. Because again, me saying that again, I'm a DJ. A DJ don't play the music he want to hear. He plays the music that the listeners want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
On the radio, in the club, by the request, whatever. If you ask DJs, a lot of them will tell you, no, I'm just playing what people want to hear. I don't even really care for this stuff.
No.
A lot of DJs say that. So when I heard DJs say that out their mouth, I really knew the concept was really real. Like, yeah, they're just doing it because that's what y'all want. They ain't doing it for their enjoyment.
Right.
And they still on top. And that's how they got there. So you can get on top by providing a product to people that you don't necessarily fully endorse.
That's
that just went over a lot of people. But that's crazy.
You may have to repeat that, or give it, hold the pose and give us the thumbs up or something, and then repeat it. Right. Yeah, that's gonna make some folks think. That's gonna make some folks.
And I understand it's a difficult concept to grasp, but that's why it's the music business versus the music industry. That what I just said was on some music business stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got nothing to do with being famous and none of that other stuff.
That's crazy. I'm gonna try and get in one more and then have you speak about the conference and the beat battle coming up, because I want to make sure we get that in. Yeah. Ooh. How do you at your level keep getting better? You got that smile.
Well, partly what got me here, I ain't gonna lie. Network, like I'm always networking. I'm always reaching out. I'm never a person to be that much on a high horse where, like I said, I don't reach out. If anybody was to ever say, nah, Major ain't keys, they lying. They lying. And I got the receipts to prove it.
Right.
Because I'm always networking.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you bigger than me, smaller than me, on my level, I'm always trying to collaborate. Because like I said, that's where part of my stardom came from. I got in the game by doing collaborations. I stayed in the game by doing collaborations. So I'm going to get to this next level by collaborations. You know what I'm saying? So I'm for me that's I'ma just keep doing that what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what's working. I'm seeing success doing that. So yeah, that's really the main thing I would keep saying, bro, is in creating my own lane, like you said, with the Wisconsin Dells Music Summit. I'm a co-curator with that, with my other business partner, Keenan Winters. He's the one that lives out there. So we're putting this together alongside of our teams that we built. You know what I'm saying? With like Andre Williams, music exec, and other things like that. Chula Vista Resort that's out there who's hosting the music summit. So it's a lot, but that's the main way. But just to segue into talking about the beat battle, the Wisconsin Dells Music Summit going down May 10th and 11th. It's a Friday and a Saturday at Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin, at Chula Vista Resort. I know y'all heard about plenty music conferences or music summits, but this is one of its own. Why? Because we at a resort. Y'all just heard me say it. No other person or organization from A3C, South by Southwest, Revolt World, none of them are at a resort. So we're at the biggest water park resort in the nation. We got indoor water parks, outdoor. It's not gonna it's a vacational feel on top of a business conference. So it's packed. We got myself, you know what I'm saying? Major 88 Keys. We got Andre Williams, music exec. We got DJ K Young. We have Bots, Grammy Award winning producer, and he also does a music traveling music conference thing that he does called the Cookout, and he do that in different cities all over the country.
Right.
And that's amazing. Also, we got my boy Attorney Kyle from BeatStars. He gonna be in the building. And we got 4 master classes gonna be going on as well. And we got the big beat battle going on, hosted by my boy Twisted Genius, with his Something to Prove beat battle tour going on as well. And with that, producers, we got $1,000 beat battle. Yeah,
Say that again?
we got $1,000 beat battle going on May 10th and 11th at the Wisconsin Dells Music Summit. So, and it's open to all ages. This is an all age event, all age conference. You know what I'm saying? So we got a 12-year-old producer already signed up to get in the beat battle, and I've already heard some of his beats. He ain't playing, so he coming with it.
Right.
That's what I like to see. So it's open for any and everybody to get involved. It's for all genres, music artists, producers, musicians, engineers, managers, industry professionals, label heads. It's for all of that. We're gonna have all of those type of people there in connection to the Wisconsin Dells Music Summit. Now, on Friday is the beat battle.
Okay.
So that'll be producers Friday night going down. That's the $1,000 beat battle. On Saturday is the big artist showcase, where artists will be competing to win up to $5K in prizes and giveaways. Just to give some shine to that. All 3 of the winners that we had, a first, second, and a runner-up. All 3 of them, well, 2 of them officially are now getting major distribution through Rock Nation. One of the girls that won, she won second place. We're going to be doing a plaque presentation to her at the Music Summit, because one of the things that the first and the second place winner got was the charting package from my marketing agency, Full Circle Marketing, and we got her now charting on iTunes, Shazam, and Spotify, and that's why I said we're going to be presenting her with her charting as a charting artist now plaque on iTunes. So yeah, like we got some good results coming through. This is the first time we're doing the beat battle, and we had to do it big, so that's why we're doing it with the $1,000 beat battle prize. Only one winner. Only one winner. We ain't doing no first, second, third this time.
Right.
Just this first, we're coming out the gate. So first and only winner And we also got producer royalty gonna be in the building to be covering all content for the producers. So shout out to them. Appreciate them for being in the building. Big Break Magazine gonna be in the building, giving away artist interviews, radio spins on in her magazine and on their radio station. One of the radio stations I'm a part of, 99.9 FM on iHeartRadio. They're gonna be in the building as well. Like, so it's a lot, man. It's a lot going on. Y'all definitely don't want to miss it. And for all information, y'all can tap in with me. Y'all can also tap in with my business partner, Keenan Winters, or on the Instagram at Wisconsin Dale's Music Summit. And or you can email the Wisconsin or you can email WisconsinDalesMusicSummit.com. At Gmail. So the Instagram and the Gmail is the same. Wisconsin Dale's Music Summit on IG or Wisconsin Dale's Music Summit at Gmail for the email if you want to email us about performing on the artist showcase, or if you're inquiring about the beat battle, or even as a spectator, you just want to come and attend the music conference and soak up the gems and the knowledge.
Absolutely.
You can. We have tickets for tickets for everybody, even vendors. So we still accepting vendors. We got about, I want to say maybe 5 vendor spots open left.
Okay.
So we are accepting vendors as well. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a time, Doc. It's gonna be a time.
Man, so Stevan, hopefully you got your questions answered, because he had some questions about location, Chula Vista and the Dells. He said May 10th and 11th, which is the Friday and Saturday, and then the sign up was Wisconsin Music Summit?
We do have an Eventbrite.
Okay.
We do have an Eventbrite.
Okay.
So the Eventbrite is on the Wisconsin Dale's Music Summit IG page, and it is on my IG page as well.
He said I'm there. He said I'm there.
Oh yeah. So it's make sure y'all bring your swimming trunks and swimming suits, ladies and gentlemen, because it's gonna be a time.
Right. And as we talked about earlier, and I'm glad it came back around with the collaboration, even with the last question, was now you in a space to be able to network. Don't look at it as I'ma just show up and just listen and then I'ma just go off to my room or whatever. Try to look at it as, yeah, you can get information, but you can also expand your network. You should be out there talking.
We have lunches. We be like just a 2-day music summit,
right,
out of town. These people ain't going nowhere else. They're staying right here.
Dell's only so big.
So, and we're all staying in the same resort.
Right. Yep.
So you can bump into each other when we're eating dinner. You can, if you're blessed, you can catch to eat dinner with some of the panelists and get a real intimate moment. That's what happened with one of the winners last year. The one that got the charter package that will be presenting the flight.
Yeah.
She came a day early. Not a day early. She came on early on that Friday, but her room wasn't ready.
Okay.
So we were right. Us and the panelists. The panel always gets there a day early or two.
Yeah.
And when she came, her room wasn't ready, so she was able to just come over and sit with us while we was eating breakfast. And got a chance to network on a personal level, breaking bread with Muggs.
Right.
And so it wasn't a coincidence of why she ended up being one of the winners at the end, because she was laying foundation and seized them whole 2 days. She was there.
Right.
So yeah.
It is for 2 reasons. For me, it's a unique experience. One, especially when I was doing the music label thing, I had to fly out every which way to try to get a good conference. I had to go to New York for new music, go down to Chicago for when the CD Baby was there before it moved to Texas, go out to LA, go out to Miami, because they just weren't in the backyard. They definitely weren't in Wisconsin. There's been a few that have come through. Shout out to Rico Love, who had put some stuff in Milwaukee a couple years back. But the resources weren't there. I had to go and travel. But when I went to go and travel, if I'm out in New York, everything is so spread out. I'm not in one place. I'm not necessarily in the same hotel bumping into all the people that are speaking and dropping jewels because they going to a hotel probably more expensive than where I'm at because I'm jumping on the subway. And you don't, outside of them jumping off a stage and you meeting them along with the other 20 people that's trying to get to talk to them when they just get done talking, but they yo, I can only talk to 2 of you because I'm moving off to another one or I got to meet somebody else. This is a completely different experience. This opens up a far better opportunity for you to network, continue to ask the questions that you want to ask that pertain to you, and have a relaxing relationship, vacation on top of it. If you got family, then bring the fam.
And
Everybody
that's
knows
also
that
what you
Dell's
can
is
do.
family friendly.
Yeah, because even with Jack, 808 Jack, he's going to be in the beat battle. And of course, like I said, he's 12, so he's not coming by himself, clearly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. So it's just, so he's turning into his whole family now going to be coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it turns into a family affair.
Right.
And and shout out to Chula Vista for giving not only us, but anyone that participates and that is coming to the Wisconsin Dells upon the Wisconsin Dells Music Summit's behalf. There's huge discounts. Huge discounts on the rooms. We talking that 3-bedroom condo with the jacuzzi in it for $299.
Ooh, snap. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and I got videos because people sometimes don't like the whole picture thing, but I got give video walkthrough of the regular room, but then also the condo player rooms. You know what I'm saying? That's what we in. You know what I'm saying? Us panelists, that's the ones we in. We gonna be in the one with the jacuzzi.
Right. I don't know what y'all got, but you know what will be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But again, we open that up to everybody too.
Right.
So because some of our artists last year got to experience the big boy room.
Right.
Even though they didn't need
Right.
but it just happened that way. But I was okay that it happened because now they was able to experience that and see like, man, I ain't go to South by Southwest and get this.
And wasn't this?
I done went to Revo World. It wasn't like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't get that at the Best Western.
No offense to the Best Western.
Right.
But you can't.
Right.
You can't. You can't get that type of. You can't get a 2-bedroom condo with a jacuzzi nowhere for $299.
No.
And on Thursday it's $199.
Right. So the value's there to go up there and spend some time.
Yeah.
In multiple ways.
In multiple ways. We're gonna have labels, radio, DJs, artists, producers at the highest level and caliber, all in the building. So anybody that's coming to get anything off, you definitely want to be there for sure. Like I said, the girl who had runner up from third place, meaning she didn't win technically.
Right.
She was the first one to get a Rock Nation distribution.
Oh snap. Okay.
So it's like how you see those TV shows, like Sunday's Best or Voice or thing like that. Like sometimes not winning is winning.
Right. Still. Yeah. Just the exposure. All right. Everybody knows what's going on. You can also, if there's anything you miss, folks can always hit me up. So I got contacts for everything as well, to make it real easy. You got a question? Yeah.
What's up?
He said it's a loaded one. All right, we'll take it in pieces. What do you got?
So I was just wondering, so he was talking about how there are artists or there are producers who don't have that technical aspect, who can't even play, who can't write, who can't sing. But then you got a producer like Rick Rubin, who's one of the biggest, and he bases all of his skill off of just intuition for some reason, or so he says. As a producer, how does he use that side of it? Or I guess my question is, in the creative process, how does he balance intuition versus technical or theory and all of that stuff?
So it sounds like he's trying to tap into Rick Rubin's superpower as a producer as far as far as his intuition, but Rick Rubin also, you know, it knows how to construct sequence and put things together that a lot of people that I feel like is marketable, that people will gravitate to. So I guess the question for you is, for someone that may not have the the musicianship skills and things of that sort, how can they still be of value to the process as far as being in the room and still being of value? Now, Rick Rubin's a one-on-one, but I think there's probably a way.
You said say that part again.
How can a person that may not have the technical side, may not be able to play an instrument, may not be able to do the engineering, but basically I think what he's speaking to is like Rick Rubin got that ear. He knows what's good. He knows how to get the best out of an artist. How can I guess are you looking for what that skill is, or how do you enhance that skill?
Well, I'm sure he uses that part of it, right?
Right.
It's just that it's weird that Rick doesn't have any of that, and he's still able to have almost the same results as some of the best producers. So I'm sure he maybe taps into that part of it.
Right.
But then it's not related at all to any of his skills that he has. I'm sure he has a theory as a pianist.
Yeah.
The theory, the technical, he's mixing, mastering, all that stuff. But I don't think that's at all related to this whole thing. I guess how does he balance that? Because I'm sure he does both.
So I think, how does Rick Rubin, balance being a great producer without necessarily not having a lot of the technical side per se?
I mean, part of that is we kind of seen it over history too. You just gotta know the ear. Is he? He's still giving you the question.
No. I think I got it. Yeah.
But I mean, like I was saying, like I ain't gonna lie, that's honestly a gift. I think it's a gift that first it has to be exposed to hearing, because it is like a hearing thing.
Right.
Like you said, Rick Rubin, Diddy has it. I know we've been joking around saying no Diddy,
right?
But Diddy has that ear, because Diddy don't do nothing. He don't play nothing. He don't. He's not technical. You don't see him on them boards engineering.
Right.
You don't see him doing none of that.
Right.
Quincy was almost the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Quincy's so next level.
So, and then somebody that I've seen like as a regular person, my dad. You know what I'm saying? My dad is one of those persons who, even though he's into electronics, because obviously that's where I get it from.
Right.
But my dad's not musically inclined. Like, he doesn't play nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's always had that ear,
right,
to be like what needs to go here, or how it should be going.
Right.
He can know when it's off, something ain't right.
Right.
So I've seen this gift in a lot of individuals. And like I said, I think it's just more so a gift. Like it's an exposed gift that you have to be exposed to quality. High, like a certain level of high quality,
right,
to be able to, like, your ears are only trained like to only know and hear good shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't hear it, you be instantly like, nah, that ain't it.
right.
You're lacking here, or hey, you need to do this, or I can hear where you're going with it. You're trying to do what Chris Brown is doing, but this is the things that you're not doing that he does do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you at that point you got to be able to dissect what you're hearing too, because if you can't physically show nobody, you have to then articulate it.
Right. And going back to, I think, their journey in the industry. I can speak, you know, I generally know about Quincy, but I can speak more to Rick Rubin and Diddy. The acts and the and the artists they were exposed to at a young age dwarfs what most people's first experience is going to be when working with artists when they first get into it. So they're starting already here as saying, "Oh, this is what works." And then when you start to bring in somebody that may not be of that caliber, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Right.
But at the same time, they also now know, like from what you were just saying, I now may be able to guide you, hopefully, of how to get here. But I can tell you off top, these things are missing. Because I've heard the greats do it here. I've heard this person do it. I've seen that person do it. Here's how they're doing it. This ain't it.
And sometimes artists be getting mad at that, and it's like, yo, you gotta understand sometimes who you're talking to. Like, I ain't gotta be the biggest known producer on earth, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, I got the credits. I've been in the rooms. I've had these conversations. I kind of know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But even if you don't want to listen to me, like how you say, they won't even sometimes listen to a person like a Rick Rubin or a Diddy or anybody like that who obviously have made careers. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes artists still be so emotional or married to what they've done that they can't value the criticism regardless of how it comes out.
Right.
Because Diddy don't give constructive criticism the best. He just say it. You know what I'm saying? While others may give it to you in a more tactful manner, but at the end of the day, the message is still the message.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Facts. Man, I appreciate you coming on and joining us for this. This is gonna have to be one that folks are gonna have to rewind a few times because, like you said, there's gonna be at least 4 or 5 points that just went.
Yeah.
But they're gonna get it.
For
They're
those
gonna catch up with it.
that will, they will.
And if you still got questions, then you know where to go. The Dells is going to be the spot, May 10th and 11th. Y'all need to be out there.
That's where you need
Chula
to be
Vista.
at. We 2 days, and I ain't gonna even lie. We as we building this program more and more, this program gonna go to being 3 and 4 days.
Right. And please don't overlook, especially for acts that are out here locally, and I know people hate the term locally, is right in your backyard. And for somebody that was wishing that I could only have to drive 45 minutes to go see a conference of this caliber, man, this is everything. So don't overlook this. I feel a lot of people are overlooking it like yo, I'll catch the next one or da 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 da.
And you can't. The next one going on August 9th and 10th.
Right.
August 9th and 10th will be the one later on this year. So I know some of y'all may be missing the one in May. That's all good. Get y'all information. Y'all can sign up for the early birds. Because we're going to have an early bird ticket for early bird sale, pre-sale tickets for August.
Okay.
So, hey, if you can't make May, definitely get August in because August is going to be even crazier too. We're bringing people to the area.
Yeah.
That's super high quality, super high value. Like I said, last year we had Troy Taylor there. That's my industry mentor. He came and did a singer-songwriting conference. They love him. And we probably gonna bring him back. We haven't talked with people like Mr. Hanky. Y'all see we got QC's Twisted Genius in the house. You know what I'm saying? We got Andre Williams. You know what I'm saying? We got Beat Stars. Huge platform gonna be in the building. We're gonna be having members of the Recording Academy in the building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have Netflix in the building. Shout out to my boy Big Estate. Yeah. We got so much going on that like Mr. Hanky. We got people like him gonna probably come through in August. I was just talking with Scott Storch. Like we're it's a new program but you got an industry person really involved. So
Right.
it's a high level industry conference out the gate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of these people never been to Wisconsin a day in their life, and they probably never would have been there if I never put this type of summit together alongside my business partner Keenan. Troy Taylor would have never been there.
Right. Right.
Some of them people,
people,
the ticket I think to just attend is like $150. You would never sit next to Troy Taylor for $150.
Facts. What do you got in here? I can't even
Sorry.
sound any better than that.
Oh, hello.
Yep, we still here. You got us? You got us? Man.
Hello.
Yep, we
I
can
had
hear
got
you.
a call.
It should come back.
I had got a call. You can't even hear me no more.
Yep, I can hear you. No, we can hear you.
I don't hear you no more though.
Okay.
I'm gonna come out and come again.
Yep. So y'all got it there. Wisconsin Dells, May 10th and 11th. Go check that out. A lot of value there. I mean, whatever you're trying to do, it seems like they're gonna have folks there for you. So when he comes back, we're gonna thank him for the time and try to. Oh, here we go. Ben, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we are going to try to sell things up. Like, we don't want to hold you too long, but first of all, thank you. We appreciate you taking the time to chat with us and giving us all the jewels, letting us know about the conference and everything coming up. So on my end, and definitely with the producers here, we'll continue to talk about it and try to get folks signed up and ready to take that trip to the Dells. But yeah, man, like I said, thank you so much. My producers here, thank you for taking the time. And we got to chop it up soon. Can you? Oh, he may not be able to hear me. So I may text them. All right, y'all. We appreciate everybody tuning in. This is the Mad Beat Club, sponsored by Media 22, Radio 22. We'll keep y'all updated on the next one. We'll see. Oh, we got. I think we may have them back. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got me?
Yeah, because it was taking your sound away, so I couldn't hear you when you said whatever you was gonna say. So I'm like, I can't even hear.
No, but we just wanted to thank you for taking the time. Producers here want to thank you. We'll continue to get the word out and make sure we get some folks up to the Dells to go check that out and make that happen. And then I'll definitely be in touch with you in the next couple of weeks, you and Keenan, to see what else I can do to help, man, and facilitate things for the conference.
There it is, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the platform, man. The Mad Beat Lab, man, for having me. All the students, thank y'all for all the questions, for tuning in and tapping in and supporting his platform and his brother as well, man. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure y'all check in with the Wisconsin Dells Music Summit. Producers, $1,000 beat battle on the line. Artists, it's up to $5K and winning and prizes and distributions and all kind of stuff. So, hey, y'all don't want to miss this. I'm promising y'all right now. Y'all don't want to miss it.
That's what's up. All right, everybody, for tuning in. This is the Mad Beat Lab, Radio 22, Media 22. We appreciate y'all. All right, Major 88 Keys doing the thing. Y'all should go see him. May 10th and 11th. Yo, make that happen. All right, y'all. Peace.